So my opponent Rosalia's main claims were that animals shouldn't be used for scientific and commercial research and that it should be prohibited. And two of her main points that I'm going to touch upon are that the animal testing done is irrelevant to humans and that there is technology to replace it. So, first of all, for animals, there are many animals that share similar DNA and traits for healing and as well as diseases. Whereas the California Biomedical Research Association actually states that humans and mice share more than 98% DNA. And this DNA that we share is what's actually being used when they are conducting the tests in the lab, considering that they have the same healing properties as humans. And also, they do the majority of the research on mice that are specifically bred for the purpose of doing lab experiments. And about 95% of the animals actually being used in experiments are mice and like rats. And those are usually animals that we think of as pests if they were in our own household or if they were running around in our area. And they've actually helped with finding cures and helping us find solutions to diseases such as cancer. So this research is actually helping us. We're according to the California Veterinary Medical Association, nearly every major medical breakthrough in the last 100 years has been achieved by research with animals. So they have actually been helping us for about a century or even more. And now to touch upon the technology to replace animal testing. So they mentioned that they can do in vitro and that we have sufficient technology to actually replace animal testing, but that isn't true at the moment. Right now, we don't have the technology capable of doing computer programs or anything that can exactly simulate the human nervous system and the actual individual cells, where they can currently see structures as a whole and systems as a whole, but they can't see what's happening at a microscopic level with any drugs that they may be testing with these programs. And also the test-tube testing actually has a couple flaws in it where they tend to use it for things like microdosing. And in microdosing, they also use human subjects without testing it on animals, but it's not really effective due to it working at a cellular level, and you don't get results seeing how the whole body reacts. So you need to do, and usually with microtesting, they actually have to test on animals before they can actually do it on human subjects. There are also when it comes to the testing, there are laws like the Animal Welfare Act that actually make sure that animals are in a humane environment and that they're not really being mistreated. Things have been getting better and better with the research. They've been being more humane to animals, and they've actually been lessening the amount of animals, like non-rodent animals, being used in tests since the 1960s. And also going back to what she had mentioned from the thalidomide disaster that happened, that was actually in 1961, so it's very, very old data from where animal testing wasn't exactly at its best. And this problem actually occurred due to the thalidomide not being thoroughly approved from the Food and Drug Administration, because they themselves felt that not enough testing had been carried out, and it didn't initially pass the safety test in animals. So this was just a slight flaw in their testing, and when they went back, they actually tested it, and they would have seen that the disaster could have been averted where humans wouldn't have been harmed or hurt. there are also other advancements that would be put off if we don't do animal testing. So advancements like right now, people are working for the search for cancer or AIDS, and those can actually be set back if we don't have actual live subjects, due to the fact that they need to see how a whole body can react, and that they can't really simulate certain effects. As well as if they wanted to actually do this, they would need a ton of supercomputers to actually mimic the exact effect that they need. And as you know, computers themselves are expensive, a supercomputer even more expensive. So it wouldn't be exactly the more practical way for people to conduct their research in the current time. Maybe in the future, but not currently now.